Hi everyone, this is the news from Western Armenia, especially for you. 1908 Armenian violinist of Konya. US strikes Iran, Tehran response. Shoghavank and prices Mariam. Kessab's 1990 self-defense. Rare Armenian Soprano recordings. Ashot Harutyunyan on Armenian-Iranian ties. Over 1,000 Armenian monuments destroyed. The cut and the genocide against Armenia's memory. A group photograph taken in 1908 in Konya, Western Armenia, shows young Armenian violinists during the year of the Young Turk Revolution, when equality and freedoms for Christians and Muslim communities were briefly proclaimed in the Ottoman Empire. Their modest clothing, especially the torn clothes of one boy, suggest they may have been students of Armenian church or charitable schools. Only a few years later, most Armenians of Konya and the surrounding regions were deported to become victims of the genocide against Armenians. Today, the image stands as a valuable testimony to a lost generation and the vanished Armenian world. It has been restored and published as part of historical memory preservation initiatives to protect the cultural heritage of Western Armenia. The United States military targeted 80 military sites in Iran, according Tehran, of attacking commercial vessels in the Strait of Hormuz. In response, Iran launched strikes against American military facilities in Kuwait and Bahrain. U.S. Central Command said that the operation was intended to impose a heavy cost for attacks on civilian commercial ships and described Iran's actions as unprovoked, dangerous, and a clear violation of the ceasefire. According to the Reuters, Iran Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps said it used missiles and drones to strike two key U.S. military facilities. Iran also claimed to have shot down an American MQ-9 drone that allegedly attempted to intervene. The situation has further increased tensions in the region. Zoragyor in Armenia's Georgionik province is one of the country's oldest settlements and is home to numerous historical and cultural monuments. Its best-known landmark in the 19th century Shoghavank monastery, closely associated with Princess Mariam, the priest of the Bagratuni dynasty. Although heavily damaged by a 1679 Garni earthquake, the monastery remains an important masterpiece of Armenian medieval architecture. The surrounding cemetery preserves more than 120 medieval khachkars, inscriptions, and, according to some researchers, the tomb of Princess Mariam. Today, Shoghavank is a unique open-air museum reflecting Armenia's history, architecture, and spiritual heritage. In the summer of 1919, Kessab faced a serious security and humanitarian crisis due to attacks by Turkmen armed groups. At the same time, Mustafa Kemal's nationalist movement was emerging at Anatolia, creating new threats for the Armenians of Cilicia. In response, the people of Kessab established military rule and formed a national union. Movses Shahbazian was appointed military commander, while the national union assumed responsibility for the region's administration, education, justice, and public life. These actions become an important chapter in the self-organization and national resistance of the Armenians of Cilicia. A discovery in Nicosia, northern Cyprus, has brought renewed attention to the Armenian musical heritage of the early 20th century. Researcher Hali Duranay found two rare Columbia Photograph Company records featuring Armenian sopranos Elis Kürkcan and Zabel Panosyan. Elis Kürkcan, originally from Kilis, is considered one of the first professional Armenian-American female performers. Zabel Panosyan emigrated to the United States in 1907 and recorded several songs for Columbia Records before many of her recordings were considered lost. Researchers say these records are valuable for preserving Armenian musical heritage and studying the cultural identity of the Armenian diaspora. They also highlight the achievements of Armenian women artists on the international stage. Historian Ashot Harutyunyan has commented on recent reports about military technical cooperation between Armenia and Iran within the context of regional security. Harutyunyan referred to published footage that allegedly shown Armenia's Su 30 SM fighter jets equipped with Iranian-made Yasin-guided bombs. In his view, such weapons could strengthen Armenia's defense capabilities and help maintain the regional strategic balance. He also emphasized that Iran consistently opens any change to regional borders and views its cooperation with Armenia within the policy. At the same time, he noted that some of the published reports have not yet received official confirmation. Artsak's Cultural Heritage Ombudsman Kessab has launched a new initiative to protect and internationally present violations against the Armenian cultural heritage of Artsakh. A fundraising campaign has also been launched to expand satellite monitoring, verify information, and prepare English language reports for international organizations. According to Kessab, more than 1,000 cases of cultural heritage destruction have already been documented. These include churches, khachkars, monuments, cemeteries, and even entire settlements. He stated that the evidence is confirmed through both satellite imagery and the monitoring of Azerbaijani sources. German director Fatih Akin's The Code is one of the best-known films dedicated to the genocide against Armenians. It tells the story of Nazaret Monogyan, an Armenian blacksmith who survived the genocide and searches for his daughters after losing both his family and his voice. The film portrays not only the tragedy of 1915, but also the lasting wounds left by the genocide and the continuing searching for justice. The title symbolizes the permanent scar left on the historical memory of the Armenian people. Although the film sparked controversy in Turkey, it received international recognition. Today, it remains an important cultural work dedicated to preserving historical memory and promoting recognition of the genocide against Armenians. This was all for today's news. If you want something to learn, you can easily find Western Armenia's website and read everything there. Thank you for watching.